Thank you.
Aí, moleque, traz a galera pra jogar capoeira aqui embaixo. Escuta o som do berimbau, tá chorando, tá bonito. Vai, moleque, chega aí, fecha a roda, fecha a roda.
Okay, did you all hear that?
Yes.
Yeah? So, the sounds you were listening to are made by this instrument here, the berimbau. So, if you guys didn't know what a berimbau was and you didn't Google as I asked you, now
I didn't.
you know. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, the first time I saw berimbau, I was 8 years old, and I was immediately fascinated by it. It was on the corner in my house, and I remember looking at it and thinking, what is that? And then my uncle arrived, and he came over to explain it to me. It was really nice because he was a master of capoeira himself, and he came over and he explained it to me. So before we understand what the berimbau is, I'm gonna just outline what I'm gonna be talking about, which is what the berimbau is, the link it has with capoeira and what capoeira is, and what it means to Brazil and to Brazilians, right? So if you look at your pictures, you already know that a berimbau is a musical instrument, right? And it's made of several parts. So you have the names in Portuguese here, and I'm going to be saying the names in English. So the verga is the base of the berimbau, and it's the how it's held, right, and sustained, and it's a wooden bowl, right? Then you have the arame, which is a steel string, and that is responsible for making the sound. And then there is the dobrão, which is a stone that the capoeirista, the person who's playing it, will hold just behind the string, and that, along with the stick, is what makes the sound. And depending on where he places the stone on the string, it changes the tunes. So some are higher pitched and some are lower pitched, right? And the cabaça is a hollowed out vessel that's attached to the bottom of the pool.
So like a gourd.
Yeah, like a gourd. Thank you. So, no worries. So, according to Eric Gomm, which is an author who wrote an article in 2010 called The Berimbau, the Soul of Brazilian Music, he says that pretty much every Brazilian will recognize that instrument. So if you just say berimbau, any Brazilian will know what that is about. And why is it inseparable from capoeira? I believe do you know what capoeira is? It's the martial arts, the Brazilian martial arts, and it's a mix between dancing and fighting. And that's what you saw in the video, right? And why is it dancing and fighting, right? There is such a beautiful and yet sad story behind it. What happens is, back in Brazil in colonial times, there were slaves, right? The slaves were really oppressed, and they suffered a lot under the lords, like the landlords, they owned the farms and they made them slaves. And they had no way of fighting back. So they wanted to run away from the farms. They wanted to escape. But they couldn't.